You see it's about big as my head. Hey fam, it's Miss Renee the Barber. In today's video, we will be making a watermelon whip. Just a few short weeks ago, I made the pineapple whip. I'll drop that link in the bottom of this description box. All right, so I'm going to go into a little bit more detail about the kitchen gadget that I'll be using. I got that idea from one of you, right? One of the viewers who mentioned, I wish you would have taken a little bit more time to explain about the kitchen gadget that you used. Speaking of comments, I love it when you guys make comments that will help me strengthen and build this channel. Thank you so much. So today we'll go into little detail about the kitchen gadget. Keep watching. All right, now let's look at this watermelon. Okay, this watermelon, well, it's not the biggest watermelon that I've ever seen. I tried to get a smaller watermelon. This is a watermelon I got from my local market. It does have the length that I want. They say not to pick the prettiest watermelon, so this is what I got, okay? That's the watermelon, right? That's it. It's not that pretty, but it's kind of like mellow yellow, pastel, whatever you want to call it there. So this is what we're working with today. Let's look at this kitchen gadget. This is what it looks like. Well, it's about the, why do I measure everything to the size of my head? Okay, I don't know. I picked the yellow handle. It comes in multiple colors. I got this at Aldi. Barberware. Here's the maker. Barberware. You see the yellow buttons here? There's one on this side and then there's one on the opposite side. So you push that together to release the handle. The handle comes out. So I'm gonna put that back on. We're gonna need it when we get started. We're gonna start at the top of the watermelon and we're just gonna simply rotate it. Just like that. And it's gonna automatically go down into the watermelon. When it gets down to the bottom of the watermelon, I'll be able to feel the bottom. At that time, I can either twist it in the opposite rotation, and then once I feel that pull, I will just pull it straight out, and it's going to come straight out. All right. Now at the bottom here, as you see here, there are some serrated edges. Can you see that? Serrated edges right there. That's what's going to cut into the watermelon, which cuts into the pineapple, whichever fruit you choose to use. Let's see. Yeah, that's about it. You just twist it down. Now, when we're finished and we pull it out, it'll be in a long spiral all the way down. It will not have sliced layers. So in order to get the layer look, you just slice it down the side and then they all fall apart. But until then, it's just one big piece. All right, so hey, let's get busy. Okay, now here's some of my concerns with this and the watermelon. There will be still a lot of meat left over inside the watermelon, but that may not be a concern. If you just take your spoon, you can just scoop out the inside, okay? Alrighty then, I can't wait to use it. Here we go. Now, there are other watermelon slicers available on the market. I looked at those slicers and you still have to cut the watermelon in half. And sometimes, I don't know about you, but for me, just trying to cut that watermelon in half is an ordeal at times. All right, so I want to do as less cutting as possible. All right, so let's get started by cutting the top of the watermelon. I'm going to cut this part off first, okay? I need it wide enough so this piece can fit in right there. Awesome, there it is. Very simple. So now we can set the watermelon up straight like that. You see, we have enough room. So we're gonna push down now. And it really doesn't take any strength at all. I want it to go straight down. I'm twisting. You see how I'm twisting this? You probably can't see yet. See how I'm using just 2 fingers? I haven't hit that bottom. Okay. Okay, I've hit the bottom. I can tell because it's turning here. So all I'm going to do, I'm just going to pull it straight out. I'm going to get a good grip. Wiggle it a little bit. Awesome. It's coming straight out. Awesome. There it is. Let me put the... I'm going to put it in my bowl. I'm going to set the watermelon to the side. And now what we're going to do, remember I mentioned about these 2 prongs right here, these 2 buttons. We're going to release them. We're going to release the handle. Okay, we took the handle out. Now we invert it. Now my hand is in the way, but we're going to put this part on the bottom. Turn it upside down. Okay, so now it's upside down. So all we do is we just pull that out. Now, because of the pineapple has that core is in there, we're still going to just push that out with my finger. See that? Pull it out. There it is. We'll put that in the wash that up. And okay, so as you see, it's in a column. So what I'm going to do, actually, remember I told you that it's in a circle, right? They're all connected. You see how they're connected? Oops, let me show you. This watermelon is so delicate. Let me show you. See how they're all connected like? Okay, so what I'm going to do is cut it down the side. And now they're separated. I'm going to use some parchment paper. Put it on my tray. And this is how we're going to freeze it. Alright, so we're just going to kind of like that. This one that broke. It's okay because I was going to, let me show you. I just want to cut them in fourths for the blender. So when we blend this, the blender won't have to work as hard. It shouldn't take long at all for this watermelon slices to freeze. I wanted to say no more than an hour. All right, and I'll continue slicing them. And then I'll slide them into the freezer. Now this part, remember we had that part? I'm just gonna cut it like that. Who wants this? All right, I offered it to you. All right, now I offered it to you. So come and get it. If not, This is for all my watermelon lovers. All right, that's good enough. Okay. We tried to single layer them, but we had a couple. I'm just gonna place them, try to single layer it, and pop them in the freezer. And I'll be back once they're frozen. I do want to show you what's left of the watermelon. Here we go. See the inside? Oh. You can see the water. I don't know if you can see the water. However, it's not leaking. See? It's not leaking at all. This would be really cool to drink our whip out of this. What do you think? Is it too big? Hold on, right? What we could do is take, see see that? So we could leave it like that, right? You could put a beverage in there, maybe garnish it if you're having a party or whatnot. Maybe you could put your fruit, additional fruit, whatever fruit you're having, maybe for just you and your family. Or you could scoop the inside out and eat it. Either way you want to do it. Be creative, have fun. All right, so our watermelon is frozen and we're getting ready to blend it together and make our watermelon whip. All right, so because the watermelon holds so much water, we have to add an additional fruit. So we have frozen strawberries. We're also going to need our almond milk. And I always keep almond ice cubes, so we may use those as well. Let's get busy. Let's just put a little bit on there.